Hello, my name is Eunice, who says in your brochure, I haven't seen the brochure yet, so I don't know, but says in your brochure that I'm a singer-songwriter. But I've never liked to call myself that. I've always just thought of myself as a storyteller that sings. Let me explain. As a kid, I was never really much of a people person. I was this shy little girl who doesn't have the courage to face people and actually hold up a conversation. So as a result, I spend most of my time alone in my room, listening to my favorite songs, reading and writing in my diary. With social anxieties and not being a people person, I don't make a lot of friends, and I never really bothered because I was moving around a lot anyways. So I didn't see the point. And because of that, it frees up a lot of my time because I practically don't have a social life. Looking back, I was very grateful because it allowed me to spend a lot of time with myself. And it helped me discover what I like, what I don't like, what I want, what I don't want. And it gave me a head start and an extra advantage to know what I want to do in a very young age. Like the stereotypical Asian kid that I am, I was also a bit of an overachiever, always securing a spot in the top 5 scoring students in my whole grade, with Mandarin being my best subject. I was a bit of a nerd. But all that changed when I moved to Jakarta. Because of my dad's work, my whole family has to relocate to Indonesia. I was suddenly enrolled in an international school where everyone spoke English. All the curriculums were in English. And bear in mind, I came from a Chinese school with no knowledge, like a bit of knowledge on English. And I was just suddenly in a land where I had to readjust and readapt to everything, experiencing what I would grow up to learn as culture shock. Because of my language deficiency, every time the teacher would call upon me to answer any questions, just imagine the most basic of questions, I would just freeze up and not know what to say because I don't even understand the question itself. So because of that, I was bullied, cast aside, and I was slowly known as the weird new Malaysian girl with the thick glasses, short boy haircut, who eats lunch alone because she doesn't understand what anyone says. But the more I was pushed down, the more I was determined to pick up English. And not only that, to excel in it so that no one could ever use that to undermine me ever again. That was also around the time I discovered something called YouTube, a platform I found as a tool to help me learn English. At the time, the YouTube music scene was booming and is very new and very exciting. It still is a big part of the platform today, but it will never be the same. Back then, there were no copyright issues. There were no lawsuit against any royalty fees. There were really no one trying to sell you anything. It was just pure passion project for everyone on the platform. That's where I discovered passionate, undiscovered singer-songwriters like Kina Grenis and Ziavi, who uploaded their songs and their stories regularly for strangers from all over the world. I ended up picking up English really quickly because I was just so curious as to what each song meant and what they were going through at the time as they wrote it. One day after school, I suddenly feel like I need to write a song. And I never wrote a song before. I felt this rush that I've never felt before. I didn't know what came over me. I didn't know the sense of urgency behind it. And I didn't really stop for a single moment to reflect on how to do it, why I want to do it now. I just went ahead and rummaged through my dad's storage room to find my dad's old guitar that has been untouched for over 14 years. It was a dusty, old classical guitar that was older than me at the time. I spent the remaining half of the day watching guitar tutorials, familiarizing myself with chords, and I would just randomly hum and sing along to each chord, and just use my camera, because I don't have a camera phone at the time, so I used my camera to record and remember down what sounds pretty with each chord. And I would just randomly hum and then just write down any words that would fit the melody. No one taught me how to do that. No one taught me anything about songwriting. No one taught me how to write a song. Everything just came about very naturally, like it's common sense. And I would do that for every day after school for 6 months, writing and rewriting, tweaking it until I was satisfied. And before I knew it, I completed my first song. I remember it as the best feeling in the world. Until to this day, I remember how it felt. It truly was the best feeling in the world. It took me half a year to write a song, a 3-minute song, that I wouldn't be caught dead singing today. Okay, maybe the song isn't that bad, but it's just not a nice song. And it didn't matter because I took the first step. I was finally a songwriter. But now what? I wanted to share the song with everyone I know. But the problem is I was still not a people person. And I sure wasn't going to get the courage overnight to perform it in front of a crowd. So I did what every teenage aspiring singer-songwriter with a camera and who is shy at the time, to record, perform, and upload it on my YouTube channel. It was nothing fancy, no fancy visuals, no fancy edits. In fact, it was just a black screen, not even with my face. It's just my voice and my poor guitar skills accompanying along to it. Looking back, I didn't know it at the time, but that was a huge step for me to overcome my social anxieties, because I was putting myself out there for the world to judge. After that first video, I started gaining traction. People were subscribing to my channel, commenting on the video, and it was my first time having any personal interactions with people from the Philippines, with people in Germany, and with people outside my bedroom in general, because I didn't leave my room much. But it gave me the confidence to tell my parents that I was serious in having a career in songwriting. It took them quite a while to take me seriously, but once they saw my determination, they sat me down to discuss the ways that they could support my dreams. And after exploring a few options, we realized that it would be best if we moved back to Malaysia, as there will be more opportunities for me to be discovered as a local songwriter. As soon as we moved back, my dad went all over town to look for auditions for me to try out for. On my first try, I was selected as part of the songwriters training course, and within a short 3 months, I was signed to a music publishing company. Thank you. At the age of 15, I was already assigned songwriter to a music publishing company, and it seems as though all my dreams are finally coming true. And thank you for the clap, but it wasn't the case. Sadly, the music publishing company wasn't a right fit for me. I would submit songs after songs and get rejected time after time. Discouraged, I stopped submitting songs entirely and decided that maybe I was just not cut out to be a songwriter. I was lost, but one thing for sure is that I still wanted to write, still wanted to create, and I still wanted to write songs. And I still wanted to tell stories. But maybe music was just not the way to go about it, because maybe my time would be better spent if I pursued something else. So I changed course and pursued a collegiate education in the United States, majoring in film, another way of storytelling. But when I moved to the States, I kept writing. Just because I stopped submitting to a music publishing company, just because I wasn't a signed singer-songwriter doesn't mean I stopped writing for myself. And every time I would complete a song, I would upload it online. I would just sing, record, and upload it online and share it with the audience that I have found to be the audience that understood my music. I was comfortable. And I also realized that maybe not all fairy tales end the same way. That maybe that was my fairy tale. I was already content with just that. But deep down, I know that I have given up any hope and dreams of having a career in songwriting. But just as the universe sensed that I was giving up, it threw me a ball. The thing with putting yourself up online is that you never really know who's watching from the other side. Unfortunately for me, it just so happened to be the music producer who produced my first album. I wrote my first song when I was 12. Fast forward 10 years later today, I'm not only a singer-songwriter, I'm also a signed singer-songwriter under Universal Music Malaysia. A label, thank you. A label that fits the vision that I have for my music. Their tagline being, music is universal. Something I truly believed in since day one. Music has connected all the dots in all the aspects of my life. It is through music I found various opportunities for me to tell stories through different forms of art, like directing my own music video and writing scripts based on my songs. It is through music that I have the opportunity to meet and collaborate with artists from all over the world, like singing a duet with Eunice, opening for bands like DNCE, and getting mentored by Ellen Tam. It is also through music that I have gained confidence, overcame my social anxieties, and also got up the courage to look at the world beyond the view from my bedroom window. Since my release album in 2014, I have consistently released both English and Mandarin songs. The reasoning behind it was simple. I'm just very proud to be a Malaysian. And as a Malaysian that embodies the multilingual and multicultural perspective, I hope that through my music, I could help connect the dots for someone else. Just like how music has connected the dots for the shy little girl standing up here today. So, preparing for this talk, I wasn't sure of what I was going to share because my life is still ongoing. I'm only 22 and everything is very uncertain. I still have days where I go through mini panic attacks, identity crisis, and just second guessing myself as to what I can do to contribute to the society. I still have a long way to go, but one thing that keeps me going is my music and my passion for storytelling. My world makes more sense with music in it. Music connects my world. What connects yours? Now I would like to perform a song that started everything for me. This is Don't Wait to Speak. Already knew this isn't news. Everything is set, but you're not ready yet. Stop fighting back, get ready to pack. The door is wide open, but you're so afraid to dive into new possibilities because they're unfamiliar to you. I suggest you take a day or two to do something that you would never do. Live your life because it's overdue. The right time will never come if you just keep on waiting around. So don't wait to speak when no one is listening. years from now, do you wanna look back, thinking what you should have, could have, would have done? Or do you wanna take a chance and make a bet on something worth the while and dive into new possibilities because they're unfamiliar to you? I suggest you take a day or two to do something that you would never do, never do. Live your life because it's overdue, overdue. The right time will never come if you just keep on waiting around. So don't wait to speak when no one is listening. I used to be that girl that lived life in a swirl, twirling around in a one-way spinning door. But I've always wanted more. So do something that you would never do, never do. Live your life because it's overdue, overdue. The right time will never come if you just keep on waiting around. So do something that you would never do, never do. Live your life because it's overdue, overdue. The right time will never come if you just keep on waiting around. So don't wait to speak when no one is listening. So do something that you would never do, never do. Live your life because it's overdue, overdue. The right time will never come if you just keep on waiting around. Please don't wait to speak when no one is listening.